Nothing is certain but death and taxes. Back in the good old days, companies pay taxes on profits made in the country in which they operate. However, things are getting trickier these days with the digital economy and increasing demand for transparency. Taxable profits are no longer tied to the geographical location at which the company operates, and the notion of a traditional sales transaction has also changed. Take, for example, your last e-transaction. How do you tag transactions to a country if it took place on the internet? Hi, my name is Chris Wu, and I lead PwC Singapore's tax practice. Today, let's get real about international tax planning. Governments around the world are always looking at how to ensure sufficient tax revenue to fund social spending, security, and other needs. Increasing taxes is not always possible. As a result, reducing tax leakage due to non-compliance is a common and direct avenue. On top of that, the new digital economy also poses challenges to tax rules designed for a brick-and-mortar economy. With changing tax policies and new compliance requirements, which vary from country to country, multinational companies will have to carefully tread any tax planning and compliance tightrope. Failure to plan may result in their profits being subject to taxes in 2 or even more jurisdictions. On the other hand, trying not to pay any taxes could result in severe penalties and have reputational and financial repercussions on the business. So this is where good tax planning and governance comes in to help businesses maintain their balance on the tightrope. When it comes to compliance, businesses should always bear 3 things in mind. Number 1, blacker than black. This refers to tax evasion or fraud, which is about not paying taxes. For example, hiding income or assets. It is illegal and a clear no-go zone. This is not tax planning. Next, whiter than white. The opposite of blacker than black is tax planning. One example is when companies take up government-sponsored incentives, such as taking up an R&D grant to help support their business in their research and development initiatives. Another example is when the tax outcome is consistent with the government's policy intentions. For example, if you take up a bank loan to fund the purchase of equipment for business use, the bank interest is deductible against your business income. This tax outcome is aligned with the intent of the law, which is to promote investments in new productive equipment. Last but not least, shades of grey between blacker and black and whiter than white lies this grey area. It is when the outcome you've planned for may not be aligned with the intent of the law or commercial reality. When this happens, authorities may stop by your door and question and scrutinize your intent. One instance of companies finding themselves in this situation is when policies are not well understood by businesses, thus exposing them to misinterpreting the law and the risk of being penalized. Another instance is when tax authorities simply need to better understand the commercial intent. At the end of the day, businesses must take a strategic approach towards their tax affairs by incorporating tax into their overall corporate governance framework so that informed decisions can be made. Start with asking, is your board and senior management involved in evaluating your company's tax policies? Are you investing in the right technology to make tax governance more efficient? Ultimately, having strong tax governance and compliance is a win-win for both businesses and governments. Businesses are less likely to be penalized, and this also helps to improve a country's efficiency in tax administration and collections for nation building. With the 2019 Singapore budget around the corner, it will be interesting to see how this year's recommendations will further allow Singapore maintain its fiscal prudence and ensure that our tax system remains progressive in years to come. Thank you for watching Let's Get Real. I hope this video has helped you appreciate how important it is for good international tax planning, especially for multinational companies. Please like this video,